Yo, Eddie Hearns. How are you, mate? Good to see you. That's funny, huh? We're trying to see Devin. He's trying to see Devin.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, you know what I told him yesterday? I said that you should coach Joshua, and he agreed. He liked the idea.
6 rounds.
Joshua, Mike Tyson will coach him.
He's been there, seen it, he's done it all.
I think that'll be good.
No sparring, though. No sparring.
What do you think, Joshua, with your dad? Hey, Mike, Anthony Joshua's looking for a coach. Could he come train with you guys here with Rafael?
Absolutely. What do you think, Coach? Yeah.
Help him get back on track.
Absolutely. Listen, you know what? I was talking, man, but he's still a young guy. He still got so much to learn. You know what I mean? He's just, he's gonna always be the future, man, because he's just a baby. You know what I mean?
He has to constantly throw punches. Tyson moves good. Well, so you have to have a constant attack. You can't go out there toe-to-toe slugging. You gotta cut him off, chase him.
Cut the ring off.
Yeah.
I think he's got good footwork.
I have good speed too.
He's got great speed. He's got great power.
Yeah. Listen, this is.
But you gotta move your head against Fury. You have to. But I certainly feel the cuss combinations, the 3, 4, and 5 punch combos that we teach him are going to be devastating for Fury.
Now, reports of Mike Tyson coaching Anthony Joshua are gaining attention as Joshua has started training with Tyson while preparing for his upcoming fight against Kristian Prenga.
Teamed up with some of the best coaches in the world. We're working hard and we're just training.
My job is to let my coaches witness greatness. In my mind, I want them to look at me and say, wow, what a talent.
This is another neck exercise that I got from Mike Tyson. A lot of wrestlers do this. Quite dangerous actually. Physios don't like this type of stuff, but it's good for neck conditioning. It's called neck bridges. And it's flexibility and strength at the same time. So it's a really good exercise if you want to strengthen up your neck area.
So Billy.
Damn, that's cool.
Billy, I think we should get this guy working around the ring. Let's see an endurance. You know what I mean?
Endurance, yeah, I agree.
Endurance.
Exactly. See what he's got.
Learning the techniques Tyson has earned respect for, Joshua is preparing like a real warrior, sharpening every detail ahead of fight night against Kristian Prenga.
When you're hitting the bag, right? I see you hitting them when you walk. I want you to do like this. Boom, 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 boom. You keep for boom, 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 boom. How long you can do that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And combination, boom, like punch. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know. Did a new foundation that made him more elusive. You know what I mean? More elusive. He throws his punches with just bad intentions. And I used to believe the consistency of the hard punches to the body, to the head, what he's capable of doing. We need your legs like this.
From the camp, it is evident Tyson has left no stone unturned in shaping Joshua into a more dangerous force for the fight against Kristian Prenga.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, keep up. Woo!
Anthony Joshua reveals why he holds Mike Tyson very close to his heart and what led him to bring Tyson into his training camp. Tyson first drew him into boxing, shaped by a difficult youth and a harsh environment. But beyond physical strength, it was Tyson's mindset and transformation that stood out, turning struggle into success and pushing him to become a heavyweight champion, proving that if you apply yourself, you can do anything.
Tyson was the one who got me into boxing due to the fact that he was like a robber and a troublesome kid up until the age of 13, and due to his environment and the way they managed to like build his mindset. It wasn't like just his physicality. The way they changed his mindset, he managed to become a heavyweight champion of the world, and it showed if you apply yourself to something, you can do anything. And that's why Mike became my favorite, because of his mindset, like the way they molded this kid.
Joshua goes on to highlight Tyson's journey, explaining that he was never seen as a child prodigy destined for greatness. Instead, many expected a troubled path, even jail or worse. But Tyson changed his story through determination, discipline, and the right guidance. He defied the odds to become the youngest heavyweight champion in history, proving how powerful mindset and hard work can be, and once again, reinforcing the idea that if you apply yourself, you can do anything.
He wasn't a child prodigy boxer. He was never like this young kid that was penciled on to be heavyweight champion of the world. He was penciled on to be going to jail or end up dead. But he ended up changing his narrative due to determination, obviously meeting the right people, and became the youngest champion ever. So it just goes to show, if you apply yourself, you can do anything.
Meanwhile, his opponent, Kristian Prenga, is grinding in his training camp, fully focused on his promise to knock Anthony Joshua out in the ring. The energy in his camp is intense, with non-stop sparring and heavy work on the pads. Every session sends a clear message. If Joshua pushes himself to the limit, Prenga is preparing even harder, making sure every punch needed to stop him is ready for fight night at the highest level in camp. The heat in the Prenga camp is real, and his manager is confident in claiming that Anthony Joshua's team may have made a serious mistake. To those giving Kristian Prenga zero chance, Keith Sullivan insists this is the heavyweight division where one punch can change everything, and they believe Prenga is ready to prove that against Joshua. He also pointed to past examples where tune-up fights before major bouts have gone badly wrong. Anthony Joshua may have made a miscalculation by taking a tune-up fight before facing Tyson Fury. He believes Joshua has chosen an opponent who may not be on world level, but whose right hand has already stopped around 20 opponents in the ring. That alone makes Prenga dangerous. Sullivan warns that stepping into a big clash with Fury after this kind of test could backfire for Joshua.
When you have a mega fight like Joshua versus Fury, I don't think either one of those fighters, I don't care what's going on in their personal life, I don't care how much time they've had out of the ring or you know, fights against non-tough opponents, a YouTuber in Joshua's case, you get right into that fight. The marketing value is just too big to run the risk. And I really think Joshua's team made a miscalculation here in lining up Prenga, a relatively unknown heavyweight, admittedly, a guy who has not been on the world stage, but a guy who's got a tough right hand, a guy who's durable, who can hang in there, and he's going to steal the thunder that night, shock the world.
Kristian Prenga's camp is projecting strong confidence heading into the fight, with a clear focus on delivering a statement win rather than simply going the distance. Prenga insists his mindset is locked on victory, suggesting he has waited a long time for this opportunity and is ready to show something unexpected when the action begins. He also brushes off wider boxing talk, making it clear he does not see himself as a stepping stone in anyone else's plans and believes he can disrupt bigger narratives. His aim is simple, a knockout finish on July 25th to silence Gold's doubts.
Knockout, brother. I'm not going for a fight, I'm going to win, always. You never see the Albanian punchers. I'm waiting for a long time for this big fight coming up, but it's a surprise.
What's your reaction to the fact that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua has been signed? You are trying to get in the way of that fight happening, right?
It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna cancel that fight. I'm gonna win in July 25th. Knockout, brother.
But that is not what Anthony Yarde is saying. He is among those who want to see Anthony Joshua finally face Tyson Fury. and he believes Joshua can give a real glimpse of how that fight might play out. Yard feels that if Joshua sticks to his boxing skills and stays disciplined, he can control the fight. However, he also warns that if Joshua relies too heavily on aggressive punching power, he will not only beat Fury, but could finish him in dominant fashion.
Great shout.
The only thing that's, blocking that for me right now is we have to see AJ and Fury. That's what I want to see above everything.
So you led me to that, so I'll ask you, how would you see that fight playing out?
You know what? 5 years ago, even 6, 7 years ago, I was going with AJ. Around the time, just after he fought Klitschko and he was on this steam train. AJ of recent, AJ boxing, I think Fury probably picks him apart. But if AJ happens to get this, rough and tough thing back where he wants to fight and just let shots off, if he hurt Fury how Usyk did, he'll finish him.
I was the exact opposite,
Is it?
Yeah, I always favoured Fury, and the closer it gets towards now, when they're both a little bit longer in the tooth, no disrespect to either of them.
Adding his thoughts, Teofimo Lopez says he does not focus on odds, but still leans toward Anthony Joshua in a potential fight against Tyson Fury. He points to Joshua working alongside Oleksandr Usyk and believes that partnership has helped build a strong game plan for Fury. Lopez also mentions he would not be surprised by either outcome, but sees clear improvements in Joshua's recent performances. He highlights a noticeable shift since the Jake Paul bout, saying Joshua looks lighter on his feet, more rhythmic, and more composed. That change in movement, he feels, could create serious problems for Fury on Fight.
I don't do odds, but I would go for Joshua against Fury.
You would go for Joshua?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think overall, him working with Usyk, I think that they've got a good game plan for
You might get
Fury.
drug tested after the show. Hopefully you're clean.
I am.
What do you think? What's your assessment of Joshua?
I noticed that there's a big change from the Jake Paul fight. I seen that where he's just bouncing a little bit more, catching his rhythm, and I think that's gonna give a little bit more problems for
He's justifying
Fury.
his answer by a Jake Paul win.
Adding on, David Allen offers a surprising insight into the discussion around Anthony Joshua's return. He recalls conversations from earlier days, mentioning how different opponents were being considered and how Joshua's name kept coming up in matchmaking talks. Allen points out that Joshua has been away from the ring for periods of time and even dismisses some recent activity as less meaningful in a competitive sense. Still, he acknowledges the massive pressure Joshua carried for years, saying he effectively held British boxing together at the highest level.
Pringa, yeah. I can't think I'm not sure if it was Eddie or Matchmaker or someone, but I said, I was looking through a box set for guys I could box for the Sheffield show. Before Matmadov was mentioned, I was sending some guys over, unbeaten guys, and I remember sending Prenga over to someone. I said, what do you think about Prenga? But no, got Matmadov instead.
What do you think of Anthony Joshua fighting him?
Look, there's reasons why. He's been out for a long time. I don't count the Jake. The Jake Paul was like an exhibition, really. He hasn't boxed since Dubois, nearly 2 years out. He's not had the easiest of times, and he deserves an easy one. He carried British boxing on his back for 10 years, to be fair to him.
Tim Allen continues by stressing that despite criticism, he does not see this as a bad fight for Joshua. He respects the challenges Joshua has faced in recent years, including time away and personal setbacks. He even references concerns about mental readiness after difficult moments outside the ring, suggesting every return must be carefully judged. Still, Allen believes Joshua would not step into any fight unless fully prepared, describing him as a true professional who only competes when he feels completely at his best.
Fair to him, he's been amazing, so I don't begrudge him an easy one. I think it's a bad fight, but I certainly don't begrudge him, this fight coming back with the last couple of years that he's been out, and obviously a lot of stuff going off, and I certainly don't begrudge him this fight now.
Yeah, because obviously with the car crash as well, you almost have to see if he's mentally prepared to be in the ring with someone like Tyson Fury. I think it's a fair fight for him.
Anthony Joshua, I was a sparring partner 14 years ago. I was a sparring partner for a couple of years. He won't be in the ring unless he's 100%. That's one thing about him. He's a consummate pro. He only way he gets in the ring is if he's 100%. So That's one thing you can always say about him. He'll be at his best.
The comeback of Anthony Joshua is also drawing criticism, with Simon Jordan weighing in on a possible Tyson Fury versus Joshua showdown. He believes the fight is almost inevitable and will eventually happen, but personally feels detached from the build-up. While he admits he would watch it, he says he has no strong desire to attend or promote it further. Jordan also expresses frustration over Tyson Fury's approach to media and criticism, arguing that avoiding discussion due to negative feedback is, in his view, unacceptable.
My view on this fight is it's an inevitability that it has to happen. What it actually means, it means little to me, because whilst I will watch the fight, I'm not going to go and see it. I'm tired of Tyson and his bullshit, so I'm not going to give him more courage than I absolutely have to. I accept it, but the fact he doesn't want to talk to us and engage with us because he doesn't like
Anthony Joshua versus Kristian Prenga. Simon Jordan questions the competitiveness of the matchup on paper, suggesting it may resemble more of a controlled workout than a true contest. He compares it to Joshua's recent activity, noting only a slight step up in opposition. However, he also acknowledges the broader context, pointing to Joshua's recent personal and professional setbacks and the rebuilding phase he is undergoing. In his view, this fight also serves as preparation for the eventual bigger picture involving Tyson Fury.
This doesn't feel like much of a fight on paper. Is it little more, for want of a better expression, than a glorified sparring session? I mean, we saw him against Jake Paul. Is this a little, I mean, it's an upgrade from that, I would suspect.
Yeah, it's an upgrade.
But other than that,
it's not too much of an upgrade with the opponent. But again, what happened with the accident, what happened with his friends tragically passing away, and the rebuild that needs to happen for Anthony mentally and physically, I think basically looking at it this way, that's part of the Fury build-up, that this is part of his camp. This is probably a training camp within a training camp to get to.
That was the full breakdown of Joshua's comeback story, the camp intensity, and the growing noise around what could come next against Tyson Fury. Now, the real question is simple. Is Joshua sharpening into his most dangerous version yet? Or is this just another stop before the biggest storm of his career? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell what you really think happens next. And if you want more updates like this, subscribe and stay locked in, because the next chapter could change everything.